UCESCO, United Cultural Empowerment and Social Community Organisation. UCESCO was founded in 2010 by Kingsley Nyandika Kipros, with the goal of sustainably empowering vulnerable women and children. While volunteering in Rwanda, Kingsley was invited by Miss Umatonewase to visit her family, an 8-person household living in a small mud house. Miss Umatoniwase's father had recently died, leaving her mother a widow. Her mother was evicted from her home by her in-laws and stripped of everything her husband had left her. She was homeless, helpless, and alone, with 5 children to care for. This is not an unusual story, but it has an unusual ending. Moved to tears by the family's plight, Kingsley was able to raise $1,000 to help Miss Umatoniwase's family, enough to rent a home for 3 months, buy much needed food and clothing, and establish a small hotel business to allow them to earn a living. 3 months later, the hotel business was thriving and Miss Umatoniwase's siblings had returned to school to gain a vital education. This was not all. This gesture had helped not only this one family, but the success of the hotel business had provided huge benefits to everyone in the community. This was the start of UCESCO Africa. Since then, UCESCO has been able to help thousands of people through education and support in creating sustainable livelihoods. In Kenya alone, 230 children have been able to attend high-quality education or daycares with the help of UCESCO. 268 women have formed 7 groups across the country to actively support vulnerable women. 1,800 women have been trained in entrepreneurship, and at least 15,000 members of the community have been able to benefit indirectly from the sustainable farms and businesses created by the women we help. Our goal is to reach 1 million empowered female-led households in Africa by 2030. But we need your help. Covid-19 has ravaged much of the world, killing hundreds of thousands all across the globe. UCESCO is moving to provide help for the communities it supports through distribution of vital medical supplies, as well as providing education and training on how to limit the spread of the infection. We aim to distribute tens of thousands of hand sanitizers, soaps, and masks to those who most need them. But for many of Africa's most vulnerable, the disease is only the beginning. As COVID-19 claims more lives, it leaves children orphaned and women widowed. This leaves them open to exploitation, abuse, and serious health risks unrelated to the pandemic. As the disease disrupts supply chains, starvation will become widespread, with the UN World Food Programme estimating that 265 million could face acute food insecurity by the end of 2020, almost double the number affected before the crisis. That is why UCESCO has made this crisis their #1 priority. You can help now by visiting ucesco.org/donate and donating. Even just a few dollars could save someone's life. For a breakdown of where your money will go, keep watching. COVID-19 awareness creation. While we wait for a vaccine, the best way we can combat the spread of COVID-19 is through education. That is why UCESCO will be distributing culture-oriented materials focusing on how to slow the spread of the virus. Distribution of hygiene materials. Proper hygiene is vital to save lives. UCESCO is currently aiming to distribute 21,600 hand sanitizers, 43,200 bar soaps, and 36,000 face masks to those who need them. We are also ensuring schools are properly disinfected to keep children safe while they receive an education. Supporting those who have lost their income. As COVID spreads, many households are losing their source of income. When companies close, people stop getting paid. For the majority who rely on their daily income, this means they can no longer afford even basic food. UCESCO are identifying the hardest affected families and providing temporary financial support. UCESCO is also partnering with local groups to provide food for community-based schools and the homeless after COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic will have long-lasting effects for many of the communities we support. We have laid out a 2-year plan to reinvigorate these communities post-COVID-19. This plan includes expanding schools so that more children can gain an education, ensuring access to nutritious food and clean drinking water, and helping to set up greenhouses and other farming alternatives so that these communities will have access to sustainable food sources. Donate today at ucesco.org and you could save a life.